You know, when I first started drug court, all I wanted to do was just be a better person. But through the process and the things that I've learned, now I try to give my experiences and my struggles and my strengths to other people so that they can be successful like they taught me how to be successful.
The thought is drug court is a soft on crime. And it's not a soft on crime, it's smart on crime. And actually, you talk to the graduates of the drug court program, they'll tell you it's hard to get through drug court successfully and go through a commencement because there's a lot of expectations. When you are convicted, it has to be a felony, it has to be a drug-related crime, although it doesn't have to be a possession or anything like that. It could be stealing money from your mother. It has to be non-violent. You have to be assessed with having an addiction issue. Judges typically motivate people by, I'm telling you not to do this, and if you do this, you're going to go to jail. It's a punishment. And we found out from doing that for hundreds of years, it doesn't really work. So the benefit of drug court is it can change your life. We teach you how to change your life and to live a different lifestyle. We're trying to do a positive reinforcement instead of negative reinforcement.
Winnebago County Drug Court presents the certificate for successful completion of Winnebago County Safe Streets Drug Court program to Myron.
I was just tired of the repetitive cycle of going to jail, getting out, doing good, going to jail, getting out, doing good. And some people think, well, they have a choice. They can either use drugs or they can stop using drugs. And it's not that easy because once you use drugs, it creates a different kind of imbalance in your brain. And this imbalance causes different endorphins to go to different emotions, and these emotions is what causes you to make certain decisions. And once you allow the drugs to enter your body, the drugs take control of this balance, and it could be times like with me, I wanted to stop and couldn't. You know, I would say, I'm not gonna do this today. And you know, somebody make me mad, I say, okay, I'm gonna give me one beer. And then I get a beer and then that leads to the drugs every time. Or I could say in advance, I'm through getting drugs, I'm through using drugs, I'm through drinking, and as soon as something go wrong, I'm right back to it, because that would help me to hide the pain. That was the only way I knew how to deal with pain. Nobody had ever taught me about feelings and emotions and how to handle them in positive ways, because when I grew up, men were taught to just be men. And once I got into drug court and they started having these classes where they teach us about emotions and how to deal with emotions and make better decisions, it's like at 50 years old, I was taught how to be a man all over again. And it's like, sometimes I felt like I should have learned this when I was a kid, but nobody taught me that. And to finally come into a program that breaks everything down little by little and teach you how to balance your bank account, how to talk to your wife in a better way, how to talk to your kids in a better way. You know, all those classes and different parts of the program made me who I am today, because I had no knowledge on how to deal with any of that before drug court.
One of the things I love about Myron is his willingness to help anyone in need. He was the first to raise his hand to volunteer for anything.
You are sitting here in phase 4 of drug court. What goes through your mind?
I think our role is probably 75%, 85% kudos, rewards, attaboy, and the other maybe 10%, 5 to 10%, my math didn't work out, but 5 to 10% we have to be the person who says, you either do this or there's a problem. And so sometimes we have to put the hammer down. But most of the people in drug court they're really wanting their sobriety, they're wanting to have recovery and keep that going in their life. So it's mostly positive. To be able to do something that's engaging them in treatment and having them make positive steps in their life rather than sitting in jail somewhere or being on probation and not really moving the ball forward. It's one of the few happy things we do.
I was using drugs since I was like 13, actually even younger. I was selling drugs, hanging out with people who were obviously using. I met Kelly, the lady who had spoken for me today, and she told me about the drug court program, and I was like, okay, that's something that I'm interested in. And she's like, but don't do it to stay out of prison, do it to stay clean. And that really stuck with me. I used to deal with life by doing drugs, and I've learned how to cope by speaking about my feelings, expressing how I feel. To be here and to be standing here today is like, it gives me the goosebumps, and it's like a feeling of success and knowing that like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Before I started drug court, I didn't have a job, I didn't have nothing. I just got in trouble all the time. Now I work 2 full-time jobs. I got a great career. I went back to school. I got my GED. I got my license, and it's been an amazing journey. I think it's just a small step forward because I have so much ahead of me. You know, like it's just, I changed my life completely. This program gave me the necessary tools that I never was taught or learned at a young age, and like now it's just progress from here.
Congrats.
Thank y'all for changing my life. Because man, I never would have believed that I would be here, but I'm grateful to be here. Every day, I'm grateful.